Everybody, welcome to JAIIB CAIIB English Medium channel. As you know that only few days are left for the JAIIB examination, IE and IFS. And when we talk about the IFS, you have limited amount of topics which you must revise. Okay, topics which you can revise in this amount of time, they are quite limited. Why I'm telling you this? Because we have a smart study plan for all of you. So let's get started. Let's see that how you can plan out all the remaining days with you. First of all, what are the basics which you should carry in your mind before jumping onto the plan? Right now, you must act or you will regret afterwards. I know that the number of days which are left are very, very less. But if you do not act right now, ultimately, after the exam cycle is over and you won't be able to crack the exam, you will definitely regret because many of the bankers, they have scored good marks when they were consistent in the last few days. Now is the time to consolidate whatever you have read. You have to consolidate it. If you feel that some things are there which are left right now, try to solve the MCQs based on those topics. Do not try to cover the topics from the scratch. Focus on the repeated topics. If you feel that I have to cover the entire syllabus, then you must focus only on the repeated topics. 100% coverage of the syllabus right now, it is not a good strategy. Lastly, you must revise. Ultimately, the number of cycles of revision will decide that how much you will be retaining in the actual examination on 2nd of November. So let's start our plan. We have divided it into various phases. Today is 13th. From tomorrow, that is 14th October till 17th of October, you have a dedicated plan with dedicated time slots. So morning 6 to 7:30 a.m. you have 1.5 hour slot. Then 1 hour slot is there for 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Afterwards, the late evening slots 8 to 8:30 p.m. and 8:30 to 9 p.m. These are the dedicated time slots where you will be focusing on various things. In phase 1, you will be focusing on module B. Why module B? Because the surprise element can come from here in the form of numericals. We are expecting that this time numericals can be asked, and module B has the maximum weightage of numericals. So where do you need to focus? Money supply. Why? Because measure of money supply has dedicated formulas. Then inflation also. Monetary and fiscal policy, the tools with the RBI, they are very important. Then GDP concepts, the formula here along with the union budget. Here also the components as well as the formulas. So for 14th October, you must reserve the time slot in the early morning for money supply and inflation. Try to make notes also. Okay, if you have already made the notes, try to revise these notes. Otherwise, have one dedicated slot for note making also, which will be very fruitful for you in the last week of exam preparation. Afterwards, in the evening, try to revise whatever you have studied, and the most important task in the remaining days, solve at least 50 MCQs on daily basis. Then on 15th of October, the theories of interest, only the important topics pertaining to how the rate of interest is determined or how it varies. Club this chapter with the monetary policy, because there also you have the ultimate goal of determining the rate of interest. That is the monetary policy tool. Then again, make notes, quick recap of whatever you have studied here and solve MCQs. Similarly, on 16th October, focus on fiscal policy and union budget. Why we have clubbed these two particular topics? Because ultimately fiscal policy is having a part of in the particular economic policy as the union budget. Again, make notes, revise and solve MCQs. Lastly, when we talk about the last day of your phase 1, that is for module B, you must go with the GDP concepts. Try to mug up the formulas here, very important. Along with that, demand and supply, the basics you can have. Plus, if you haven't read yet, I would highly recommend that try to know the definitions of economy. There are 3 definitions. All the 3 you must remember. In the phase 2, what you will be targeting? You must target the module C, Indian financial architecture. Now, some of you might be thinking that in every video we say that module D is the most important one. But why we are not starting with module D? We have a dedicated study slot for module D in the end, because ultimately maximum syllabus is to be covered in module D. And if we do not revise enough, if we do not have that particular mindset just before the exam, it might become difficult. So last phase we will be covering the module D. For now, phase 2 will be module C, where you should focus on the Indian banking structure and banking laws, make notes, revise and do the MCQs. Then go with the DFIs on 19th of October. 20th October should be NBFCs plus the regulators, and 21st October must be dedicated towards insurance and microfinance plus the banking reforms. Now we have made this particular plan for all of you in the order of priority. This must be your priority. Okay, the previous year questions, the maximum questions are asked from the Indian banking structure, banking law. Then DFIs, the chronological order has been asked. NBFC regulator, good amount of questions have been asked. Banking reforms, lesser number of questions are there as compared to the other three, you can say, topics. We have clubbed these topics. Okay, so for the 21st October also, you must make the notes and try to have a summary revision. All these revision must be clubbed together into summary revision, and you should revise that again on 21st of October. Again, the number of MCQs minimum, you must go with the 50 MCQs. If you can max out, let's suppose 75 MCQs, that is very good. Then 22nd of October, the entire module C revision must be done. Why we have a dedicated day for the module C revision? Because here some datas are very heavy. You have to remember datas pertaining to committees, pertaining to various organizations, the regulators, then you have the DFIs, establishment year. All these things are very, you can say, data intensive. That is why you must revise once you have completed module C. Then we have module A, Indian economic architecture, 23rd to 26th October. Focus areas. Always remember, we have your focus areas also. In each module, the focus areas are mentioned. Okay, so module A, the focus area should be priority sector, then infrastructure, FDI, foreign trade, IMF, specifically the SDRs, World Bank, the World Bank Group, 5 organizations, then WTO, how the dispute settlement mechanism works right now. What about the ministerial conference? All these things are very important. So the 4 days which you will be dedicating towards module A, start off with the priority sector plus infrastructure on 23rd October. Make notes out of it, revise and do the practice as well. 24th October, 25th October, you can interchange based on your preference. But according to me, foreign trade and FDI, they carry much more weightage as compared to the IMF, World Bank, or you can say WTO and Niti Aayog. Only focus on the basics. Okay, do not indulge yourself now in the process that how the voting rights work in the World Bank, what is the voting share of India in IMF, how the SDRs actually work, how they are allocated. No, now is not the time. Okay, just focus on the basics. And same goes for Niti Aayog also. What is the full form of Niti Aayog? How many members are there present in the executive council? What all members are there in the executive council? Like that, simple things you must focus on. Then make notes, revise and do the practice as well. 26th October, dedicatedly you must focus on the entire revision. Now comes the most important module, that is module D. Phase 4 dedicated towards module D. If you do not want to revise module A on 26th October, you can start module D from 26th itself. But if you choose to start from 27th October, then first of all, what are the focus areas? Money market, bonds, derivatives, factoring, leasing, mutual funds, insurance, all the pointers, all the topics in the module D are very important. In fact, all the 17 units are very important. It's very hard to pick and choose here. But still, let's try to decipher how the process flow must be for the final week of preparation. So money market plus fixed income should be your priority number 1 on 27th October. Then make notes, revise and do at least 50 MCQs. But I want everyone, because here you must peak. Okay, this is the last week of preparation where you must achieve the peak of your entire preparation cycle. So try to breach this number of 50 MCQs. Go with 70 MCQs on daily basis, or in fact, the recommended number is 100 if you can. Okay, 100 if you are doing, then you are on track. 28th October, derivatives, merchant banking. These are the 2 chapters where you must focus on. 29th October, factoring, forfeiting, leasing, the difference, all those tables which are mentioned in your module D are very important. That goes without saying. If you are a beginner, you have not started yet, studied yet from module D, I would highly recommend that just go with the tables. Try to mug up the data which is given in the tables, and you will see that maximum questions you are able to solve. 30th October dedicated to your mutual funds, insurance, pension, and REITs. Here the schemes are important, the pension products. But when I talk about the mutual fund and insurance, the formulas are also important. Formula based questions can be asked from mutual funds, NAV, okay, and insurance, the principle of indemnity. Questions can be asked from the formula based side as well. Lastly, again, try to have a summary revision just before the 1st November, because second though we have exam only, and your questions which you have to attempt will be 150 MCQs. Okay, 31st October and 1st November. Always remember, you have to pick and choose. If you want to, pick the most important modules first, then go for module D and B, quick notes revision, and try to solve the full length mock test, one full length mock test on your own. But if you are unable to solve the mock test, I would highly recommend that there will be marathon sessions on your 31st October as well as on 1st November on our channel. That is JAIIB CAIIB English Medium, where you are watching this particular video. And not only on this channel, but on the another channel of ours, the bilingual channel, that is Officer Zeta 247. There also will be conducting the marathon as well as the revision classes. So there also you can participate, because we will be solving the questions, and mostly you can understand whatever we are speaking because you have a base. Okay, so the objective of the phase fifth, or the last week or the last 2 days, will be strengthen the recall. Fine, how you will be reproducing in the examination, test your speed, and revise the weak areas. Now full-fledged revision should not be there, only you have to revise your weak areas from the quick notes. Okay, then 1st November, module C plus module A, final mock plus formula brush up. All those formulas, the paid subscribers of ours, they know that we have a dedicated formula sheet for IFS. So that formula sheet must be on your tips just before the examination. Plus, what all updates are there till June 2025 that you must revise, because always IIBF asks at least 4 to 5 questions from the recent updates. Till June 2025 is the benchmark for our November exam. Okay, so I hope that you understood the major portion, what we are trying to convey here, how you should approach this particular subject in phases, and according to your weakness and strength, you can mold this entire study plan as well. So still, if you have any kind of doubt, feel free to comment below. I will be personally replying to all of you. And if you have any doubt regarding the courses, you want to buy one, then you can directly contact us on 0981 981 9247. Okay, all the best everybody for your examination.